Hi there everyone, it's Gloria Kramer from Oakville, Canada, and today we are going to be making this tower card. So this is a really cute card. It stands up as the tower, and then you can sort of see there's 4 different sides. And I used a few stamp sets. So I'll show you the stamp sets that I did use. I used Whimsical Trees. I used 1 stamp from Snowflake Wishes, which is the small snowflake thing. And then I also used the stamp from over here from Mary Snowflakes, and that's to go on the top. Now the inks that we're going to need for today, we're going to use the Memento Black. We're going to use Real Red. And we are going to use Old Olive. So these are the 3 inks that we're going to use. We'll put those over there. And let's get started. So this is a card for my November online card class. When you do order the kit, you can actually find my classes on meetup.com, and it's Oakville Creative Escapes. So you can find my classes on Meetup, and when you get one of my kits, it comes with everything. Everything is pre-cut, pre-scored for you. All the embellishments are included. The only thing that is not included, and that's per Stampin' Up! Policy, are the stamped images. So you can, I try to make my cards versatile enough so that you can use whatever stamp sets that you already own to make the cards. So let's grab a kit. Now with my kit, sometimes the DSP might not be exactly the same as my sample, but I always make sure that they will coordinate. So one of these cards will fit into a regular sized envelope, so it folds up flat. And when you fold it flat, you can sort of pick whichever side you want showing. Sort of just, I did this one so that a gift card could be slipped in right there. So this is a gift card holder, in case you were wondering. So I think if I were to send this out, I would send it out like this and slip it into the envelope. So let's get started. You can use any this is like a great way to sort of show off DSP. For the tower piece, we take a piece of cardstock that is 4 1/4 by 4 1/4, and then we score it at 1 inch, at 2 inch, at 3 inch, and at 4 inch. And then you can decide which side you want showing. So if we were to use, if we wanted this side to show, then we would fold our pieces in. And then we would apply glue to this piece here, this little flat piece. So let's do that. Let's get our Tombow glue. And then what I like to do is I just sort of like to fold it over. So that is our tower piece right there. And as you can see, the inside DSP is what you would see for your card. So there you go. Now I will show you how I do my DSP for for my cards here. So each one of these, you're going to attach a piece of DSP to it, like that. Now for this one, I sort of have it all the same. So I'm going to sort of just switch back and forth, do one with the, do one of, so I guess two of each. Two facing that way, two facing this way. I think in my other sample, they were all different. And I think in the kits, you should have either all different, you have the option to do it all different. Okay, so let's get started. And that's the great thing with the DSP is you have a choice to, you can pick whatever pattern you want. I'm using my very big tape gun because it's just quicker. So two of them I'm going to use this side of the DSP, and then two of them I'm going to use the other one. Maybe if I use my Stampin' Seal, I won't be blocking as much of, my hand won't be blocking as much. Okay, so the cardstock here, you need 4 pieces, and these are cut at 2 3/4 by 4 1/4, and then the DSP for the sides are cut at 4 by 1 1/2. So you'll need 4 of the cardstock pieces, and then you'll need 4 of the DSP pieces. So if you are making this at home, then you can cut all your pieces out and recreate it. With my kits, it's already done for you. So that's the great thing about getting a kit, is it makes it super easy and you can sort of follow along with the video. Okay, next we have these white pieces here, and you'll need 2 of these, and these are cut at 4 by 2 1/2. So 2 of these, and then you'll also need a DSP piece that is 4 by 2 1/2, and then this was a square that was 2 1/2 by 2 1/2, and then I just cut it diagonally, sort of in half. So that's for our tower card here. So I'm gonna stamp. Now with this piece, I don't need to stamp this piece because I think I'm just gonna leave it as is, plain, but I will stamp my white pieces here. So I'm gonna use, I think I'm gonna stamp my tree first. And I realized when I did my first one that I might actually want the if I'm going to stamp a sentiment, I might move it to the inside so it doesn't show as much. So that's what I'm going to do for this one here. So this is, I'm going to stamp it off to the side here. I think that looks okay. And then I'm going to use my tree, and I'm going to stamp the tree right over there. I'm just hoping that I clean this off well last time. So this is from Whimsical Trees, and I'm using the Old Olive. And really, you can use any stamp you have, any stamp set for these. I sort of messed up there, but that's okay. Now, if I had used my Stamparatus, then I would have been able to stamp this again, but I didn't. But that's okay. And then this is just to go on top of the tree. There we go. And then we're going to stamp some red snowflakes. I know snowflakes aren't really red, but whatever. So our first piece is done. Now let's move on to our second piece here. And that one looked like this. So again, we're going to use our snowflake with the real red ink. And then we're going to use our little swirl here. And this swirl was from Merry Snowflakes. And again, when you do this at home, you can just use whatever ink color that will coordinate with your DSP that you choose for this card. Next, we're going to stamp our sentiment. Again, I'm going to try to pull it off to the left here so that less of it will show when the card is folded up. I think some of it will still show, but not as much. And then for our tree here, again, it's going to be done in Old Olive. And I'm going to stamp our first one. And then another one without re-inking it. So there's our tree. And now all our pieces are stamped and they're ready to be mounted. Okay, so how we're going to figure out how we mount this is, I like to do it this way. You might have your own way of doing it, but this is how I do it. So I'm going to mount these pieces onto my tower. So I'm just going to bring it up to the edge here. It sort of goes from edge to edge. And then once you have your first one on there, you alternate for me, I'm going to alternate the design that is showing. So for this next one, it's going to be this. So fold your tower flat. Apply your adhesive. And then just double check when you're push it and placing it down that you have the correct side that is showing. And then again, now you flip it open, you put more adhesive on. My dogs might start barking, and may or may not.
Eric!
My son just got home. He didn't realize I was recording. And then this one is our last piece here. And of course my dogs decide now is a good time to start playing with each other. Eric's not home yet, Adam. Okay, so now that we have all our pieces on, we can attach the next pieces. So again, you can sort of decide which one you want and where. I think that one looks, I don't know, I think it'll look good either way. So now most of the products I use, I would say 98% of the products I use are all from Stampin' Up. Occasionally I will use something that is not Stampin' Up if it makes my life a little easier, like that tape runner. But of course I still have the Stampin' Up tape runner as well. Okay, so the next one I think I'm gonna do is the DSP piece. So I'm gonna put the DSP piece right here. As much as I like the Stampin' Up Stampin' Seal, my advanced tape glider from Scotch is just so much quicker. Sorry. If you make a lot of cards, I'm sure you will agree, and you probably have one of those as well. So as you can tell, I'm just sort of alternating. So I sort of did a white piece, then I did the DSP piece, and then I did another white piece, and then this last one I'm gonna put for my gift card. And if you didn't want to do a gift card, you can change this and just put another piece of DSP on it. It's entirely up to you. So I'm gonna stamp Joy in this little 1-inch circle. And then I should have done it earlier, but I think I'm gonna stamp this on the background because otherwise it's kind of plain. Can't remember what else I stamped on there. The snowflakes. Now, normally I would do this before gluing it down, but I forgot, so it's okay, we're doing it now. Now we're gonna just apply adhesive to the side and the bottom of your DSP triangle. I got this score tape that is 1/8 of an inch from Amazon, and I love it, so that's what I'm using for this particular piece here. Again, you can use Tombow glue. That works as well, but make sure you only put it around the edges because you don't want it to you want to have enough space to put in your gift card. And then I'm just going to glue that down right there. And we're all done. And then of course, for your envelope, if you want to stamp something on your envelope, which I think we're going to do, I'm going to use my tree. And then I think I'll just do, I don't know, a swirl here. Let's do it this way. So there is our finished card with the matching envelope. And when I put this in the envelope, I guess it sort of depends whether or not I want the gift card to show or not. But I think I would probably stick it in my envelope this way. And then when they get it, they can stand it up. And there you go. So thanks again for joining me to make this tower card. If you have any questions, just post it in the comments. Again, this is a great card to use up your DSP. And yeah, and you can just use your imagination and stamp whatever you want to stamp on your white pieces of cardstock. Thanks again for joining me, and I'll talk to you again soon.